In this lecture, we are going to work on handler function. After payment is successful, we will be redirected to this route, and this exact same route we have passed inside this callback URL. But now, instead of passing callback URL, we are just going to use handler function. In place of this, I will be passing handler, and for this, what we have to do, we just have to assign async function. And inside this, I will be passing one response. Okay. In this way, we are going to create this handler function and then separate by comma. Now you might have question, what is the difference between callback URL and handler function? If you are using callback URL, then what Razorpay will be doing? Automatically, it will be sending verification request. But if you are using handler function, manually, our front end will be sending verification request. And if we are passing callback URL, then Razorpay calls backend directly. But using this handler function directly, it will be running on our browser. And this callback URL, we will have less control what will happen after payment. But if we are using handler function, we will have full control over post payment actions. And for this, we need additional redirect logic, like how we have passed the route inside callback URL. But using this handler function, we can navigate to different routes immediately. So that is the reason, instead of callback URL, I always prefer this handler function. So here, in this way, we are just going to create this function, and this is nothing but async function. And now here, I'm just going to call the route, and directly I'm just going to destructure data. I will be writing await.axios, and this is nothing but post request. You can see this is post request, and inside this I will be passing /API /v1, and after this I have to pass payment verification. Then inside this I will be passing second argument, that is nothing but object, and here I will be passing all these three values. That is, let me just come here, Razorpay payment ID, I will copy paste, separate by comma, then I will just copy this Razorpay order ID, copy paste, and then finally let me just write here colon, separate by comma, and then finally we are having Razorpay signature. So all these values I will be passing as second argument, and from where I will be getting this data, inside the response I will have this complete information. So from that response I will access all the values. So here I will write response dot Razorpay payment ID, then I will be passing response dot Razorpay order ID, and then finally I will pass response dot Razorpay signature. So from front end, once our payment is done, I will be having all the values, and that values I will access from response, and I will be assigning to these properties. And below this, inside the data, what result we will be having? Let me scroll down. If our payment is successful, we will have success, we will have message, and we are going to have reference. Now we will access success and reference. So here below this, I will access data. From there, I'm just going to access this success property. Okay, directly I have destructured data. Inside that, I will be having all these three values. So directly I'm accessing success. If this is success, then I have to navigate to payment success page. So here above this, I'm just going to create one variable navigate, and for this I'm just going to assign this use navigate hook. Copy this navigate, and this hook is imported. If our payment is successful, or if our success is true, then where we have to redirect? We have to redirect to payment page. Inside this I will pass payment success. Okay, this route we are going to define in app.jsx, but as of now, we will be passing this payment success. Here I will be passing slash, and then I will be passing question mark, and inside this I will be passing reference, and for this reference, whatever reference we are going to get from the data, that reference we are going to pass. And how we will access? We will access using data.reference. Okay, exact same property which we have passed inside this backend. So in this way, once our data or once our payment is successful, I will be redirected to payment success, and in my URL, I will be having this reference ID. Else, if our payment is not successful, simply I'm just going to alert this payment verification failed. Okay, that's it. We don't have to do anything. In this way, we are just going to pass our result. So directly you can see we are calling this API, and accordingly we are sending this complete information. If our data is successful, directly we are going to navigate. If our data is not successful, we are simply going to alert this message. Previously, what we have done, this complete payment we have made as async function. So whatever code we have written inside this entire code, we will be wrapping inside try block. Cut, and below this I'm just going to close. Okay, this is my try block, and here I will be passing catch block, inside which I will be passing error object, and inside this error simply I'm just going to log. Here I will be passing payment error, and then I'm just going to display this error. So in this way, entire code we have wrapped in try block. And if we are having try block, then we should also pass the catch block, and inside the log we are displaying this message. Okay, that's it. You don't have to do any other operations. If you want, you can also display toast message. Better, let us give the toast message. I will open home.jsx. From here, I will copy this, and inside this I'm just going to paste. Remove last letter, hit enter. This toast will be imported, and whatever error message we are having, that message will be shown to the user. Now come to project, start, proceed to checkout. I am having all this information. Click on continue, proceed to payment. Now I'm just going to pay. Okay, amount is displayed. I will select this UPI. I will pass this UPI ID. Click on verify and pay. Now just focus. Once our payment is successful, where we will be redirect and what route we are going to get. Now you can see our payment is successful, and after that we are redirected to payment success, and after question mark I am having this reference where this complete ID is displayed. Let me come to payment.jsx. Inside this reference, what we have passed payment ID. So that payment ID we are going to have inside this reference, and user is already loaded. So here we will have this user profile. Till here successfully, if you are able to get the route, mention your progress in the comment section. If you are having any doubts, then you can simply ask your doubts.